I rise today in support of the Bipartisan Sportsmen's Act. First, I want to thank Senator Hagan and Murkowski for their leadership in gathering support and getting this bill to the floor. Nearly half of the Senate is co-sponsoring this legislation for every corner of our country. It is truly a national bill, and it's why over 30 groups, from the National Shooting Sports Foundation to Ducks Unlimited to the Dallas Safari Club, and many others support this bill. It is an ambitious proposal that includes dozens of smart ideas from both sides of the aisle. It encourages private investment into fish habitat as well as land and wildlife management. This bill supports public shooting ranges so more folks have a place to take their kids, to teach them how to responsibly handle a firearm, and to protect some of our best places to hunt, fish, and recreate. But make no mistake, the Bipartisan Sportsman Act is also a jobs bill, something that we constantly talk about needing more of around here. Madam President, in my state of Montana, outdoor recreation supports tens of thousands of jobs. It's a $6 billion a year industry. Nationwide, our outdoor economy creates and sustains more than 6 million jobs every single year. Despite the economic power of public lands to sustain the rural economy, some folks are talking about closing off the land and privatizing it. We cannot let that happen. Instead, we need to pass the Bipartisan Sportsman Act, which will strengthen our economy as we create more opportunities for folks to continue recreating in our great outdoors. Responsibly enjoying our outdoors is part of our way of life in Montana. In the Big Sky State, we are proud hunters, anglers, sportsmen, and women. And that's why it's critical that this bill will open up more of our public lands to every law-abiding American that has a right to access it. In Montana alone, nearly 2 million acres of public land is not easily accessible to folks, and I'm proud that my colleagues included the Making Public Lands Public provision that I have pushed for years. These lands were set aside for our parents to enjoy, for all of us to enjoy, and ultimately for our children and our grandchildren to enjoy. Accessing these lands is our birthright, and this bill delivers on a century-old promise to preserve our outdoor heritage. By passing this bipartisan legislation, we will help ensure future generations get to experience the natural wonders that were passed down to us. Last Congress, the Senate took up a similar package, only to see political gamesmanship get in the way. We cannot let that happen again. Millions of sportsmen and women across this country expect better. The American people deserve better. There's too much in this bill that we agree on to let it fail once again. Senators Hagan and Murkowski have worked diligently for months to craft a bill that has an incredible amount of support, both in the Senate, but most importantly, back home in the states that we all represent. Let's pass this bill once and for all. Madam President, I yield the floor.